Hello and welcome. It is Gauntlet of Greatness time once again. I'm Randy Buehler, joined by Shadow Datella. You ready for this, Shadow?
I am so ready.
All right. We are in the home stretch. We are in Group D, the final group, the final match of the group stage of the tournament. We assembled 16 of the best decks in the history of Standard. We divided them into 4 groups of 4. Necro won Group A, the Dragonstorm deck won Group B, Callblade won Group C, and we know that Yawgmoth's Bargain, or Z Bargain, if you will, won this crazy Group D, 4 totally different ways to play Magic. But now it's time to see who the second playoff competitor is going to be. Who is the eighth of our eight playoff decks? Is it going to be the Delver deck? Or is it going to be Black Devotion? Last year's Standard or more like 5 or 6 years ago? Let's find out. Here's a good look at the Delver deck. It is kind of what you'd expect, other than a shockingly large number of the good Delver cards happen to all be in Standard at the same time. So you get Delver, you get Gitaxian Probe, 4 Ponders, you get Thought Scour, Vapor Snag, and then there's some Gut Shots and Mutagenic Growths thrown in for good Phyrexian mana value. Runechanter's Pike is quite good in this deck. It hits very hard, very quickly. 4 Snapcasters were legal at this point in Standard, alongside Geist of St. Traft and Restoration Angel. Just nothing but hits. 3 Mana Leaks for a little bit of permission. You've even got multiple blue-white dual lands. So just a great version of the Delver deck. The opponent here is the Black Devotion deck. Last year's Standard Boogeyman. Thoughtseize into Pack Rat, into Downfall of Connections and Nightveil Spectre. Grey Merchant of Asphodel cleans things up. Pretty good deck at grinding. The tricky part in this matchup is that, Hero's Downfall is a lot more expensive than Delver and Secrets. And, trading 1 for 1 off these removal spells, the Snapcaster Mage provides advantage a little faster than Underworld Connections. But that's why we play the games. One match to see which of these decks is going to make the playoffs. You ready for this, Shadow?
I'm ready. Let's do this.
All right. I will set up a match for you to join. Where are we? Black Devotion. Check. All right. I'm hosting a match. I'm going to mute you on Skype. We can chat more after the match. Good luck to you, sir.
Good luck to you.
All right. Let's do this. Die roll. That's got to be good, right? Don't like the lack of lands. Not going to lie. At least it was an easy mulligan decision, right? I don't know. We took this from the very end of Standard after N15 came out, and a lot of people swore by Sign in Blood in this deck. I'm not in love with it. I might rather just have a swamp there and be able to, drop this Pack Rat on turn 2. But I feel like without a third land, if I don't draw a third land, I'm going to have to Sign in Blood. But we'll see what happens. It's also the case that, Pack Rat doesn't actually outrace him when he's got the good Delver start. Right on schedule. Man, this draw as a 7-card hand would have been great, right? Thoughtseize on turn 1. Now I have to play the stupid Sign in Blood, right? I mean, if I play Pack Rat, then next turn, if I don't draw a land, I guess I can play the Pack Rat, and if I don't draw one next turn, then I play the Sign in Blood. But I give myself the ability to be in just better shape if I top deck a land. Alright, let's try that. Sure. Yep. Gut Shot. Phyrexian mana. 1 damage. Oh no, he's pondering. So he played Glacial Forest tapped. And then turn 2 Ponder. So he's got mana problems. Still feel like I'm going to sign, hope to hit a swamp for Thoughtseize. I think is my line next turn. He found this island. He does not have a Delver. Come on, deck. What you got? Interesting. So he has no creatures other than the resto. Mutagenic growth, cantrips. This Vapor Snag is not all that good against me. I feel like I take Runechanter's Pike because it's pretty good. And he can play it. Like, I can go back for the Resto Angel later, probably. Vapor Snag, yeah, I'm going to take the Runechanter's Pike. It's one of his few ways to sort of leverage the fact that he's got a million cheap instants in his deck. He did me. Funny. Alright, he drew Moreland Haunt. So he's got a Resto Angel. He's got a Vapor Snag. Nightfell Spectre doesn't feel very good here. Feels like I Sign in Blood again. Like, I'm just playing a card advantage game. I go Sign in Blood into Thoughtseize, right? I think that's what I do. I mean, the Resto Angel's not ridiculous. I guess I can kill the Resto Angel with these. But I don't like missing land drops. And the Nightfell Spectre's just going to get Vapor Snagged. Interesting. With Devour Flesh Hero's downfall, I was going to say, I wonder if I take Vapor Snag. It's got to be the Angel. Even with the removal spells in my hand. It's just his hand goes absolutely nowhere. He's going to start making Moreland Haunt. He's going to make a Moreland Haunt guy. Do I care? Yeah, I don't want to... Yeah, alright, I'm taking the rest of the Angel. His hand is just so bad. He's got to try to tempo me out with 1/1 Spirits. Geist off the top. Good lord. I can't even get it with Devour Flesh. It's so bad. Well, a plan suggests itself. Yeah, I don't want to get him while he's tapped out, so he doesn't have the Vapor Snags. I don't have any choice here, right? No, I have to kill the Geist. Kill one creature for Moreland Haunt. Again, his hand. We know his hand to be Mutagenic Growth. Snag, snag. Funny. Interesting. No, Spectre and Mutable attacks better than Demon. Snag, but I haven't played a land yet. I can make a 1/1, but I'm attacking a 2/2. Hey, we're ahead. Obviously, I've done 9 damage to myself so far, but we are ahead. Yes, you can have a 1/1. Sure, I guess I should have known that was happening. It means that Nightveil Spectre can get through, though, so I'm fine. I guess I could have attacked with the 3 mana untapped and been able to downfall the token. Yeah. I walked in, forgot about the mutagenic growth. I was thinking about the 2 snags and forgot about the growth. I could have played that better. I mean, ultimately, the mutagenic growth was going to trade for a card, but it could have been a less valuable card. Than a land. Yeah, going demon here because he uses my mana better. I'm fully expecting whatever I do to get bounced, but this kind of forces it. But now, he's out of stuff we know about. We've gone through both snags and the growth. It's just what has he drawn the last couple of turns. Alright, so now I can Spectre with Bileblade up. Which I think is better than Demon. Oh, of course. I can't Spectre with Bileblade up because the Spectre doesn't have colorless at its cost. Which I think means I Demon. Gonna keep vapor snagging me. This is hilarious. This is actually kind of starting to sting. Now I'm at 6, so I'm gonna get attacked down to 3. Crazy. Crazy. I mean, I think I Nightveil with a removal spell up. Let's see how else to do this. And Immutable block up. Vapor Snags. Oh, tempo deck gonna tempo, indeed. Attacking me with such a motley collection of idiots. This guy is the land has been so good. Alright. I can attempt to block with Mutavault. Or I can use a removal spell on the Snapcaster Mage, which is then going to turn into a Spirit token. But like if I downfall, Snappy, block Nightveil, I particularly want to use my Mutavault here. You got a trick? You're willing to let me go to 1, huh? Tough but fair. Okay. Oh, wow. And I get to eat the Spirit. Alright. You just wanted to see if I had a removal spell and you wanted to put me at 1? Whoa! We're still in this game. Alright. So I'm going to hit him with Nightveil Spectre. Question is, do I activate Mutavault? If I activate Mutavault, I still have the mana for Desecration Demon. I think I do. He can't instant speed anything for that much mana. What do we get? We get an island. I'll put an island in play. And play the Desecration Demon again. Did we survive? Did we survive the flurry of Vapor Snags? He's got 1 creature that can turn into a Moorland Haunt token. So I obviously have to guard against getting hit. And that 1 creature wearing Runechanter's Pike is lethal. So I have to make sure that I'm guarded against that. So 6, 7, 8, I have 10 power. And alright, so if I have Bile Blight and Downfall, I should be guarded against that. So this is 5, 6, 7. I can activate Mutavault and still have... I can activate Mutavault and still have 5 mana left. Check. Also, I'm going to have to set a stop to my end step. I can just kill the creature while he's tapped out, which is even better. Wow, we might actually get this game. Cool game. I mean, he's got to decide whether he wants to block. It seems terrible. Like, oh, he's got another rune stack. Of course he has another rune stack. All right. I'm at 2. What do I get with the Night Veil? Seacrum Coast. Hilarious. So it enters the battlefield tapped. There's some value in having white mana, obviously. So now he's played this where he cannot make a token, although he can make a Snapcaster. So I don't want to lose the Snapcaster. I have 4, 5. I think I need to play an untapped land so I can demon with Bile Blight up. That sounds right. Surely he can't come up with 2 more Vapor Snags, right? That would be annoying. There's 1 exiled. 2 in the yard. I mean, hypothetically, there's Snapcasters and whatnot. It is possible. But I have an attack for lethal next turn. Geist of Saint-Traft. Okay. You have a hexproof guy. And I only have 8 power worth of flyers. Oh, he's obliged to block Mutavault. That's cool. Yeah, Geist is obliged to block Mutavault. Oh, but I just Grey Merchant him out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, this is over. May as well make him block Geist. I don't think this matters. Oh, because I don't want him to tap the demon. Right. I don't want him to sack Geist to tap the demon, so I need to be threatening an attack with a Mutavault. It's fine. More Seacrom Coasts. Kablam! Grey Merchant for the win! That was a tough game. I feel good about winning that one. I messed up the mutagenic growth. Like, I could have traded the Hero's Downfall for it instead of the Mutavault for it. I think that would have worked out better. By, like, Mutavault to kill as a response to the... But we got there. Alright. I think I want Life Banes because they hit Resto Angels and they hit Geists. I like all these removal spells. In particular, they're just better than my Hero's Downfalls because he has no Planeswalkers. So Hero's Downfall is just expensive. I'm going to go to 2 Underworld Connections because that just isn't... Like, I have to survive the creatures. I want a Pithing Needle, Runechanter's Pike. I don't really have time to sign in blood early against him, which means I'm gambling a little bit with my mana base, but I think I'm better off gambling that way. What else? So I like the Bile Blights. I like Cure. Demon's not awesome. Am I at 62? Oh, Thoughtseeds. I don't love Thoughtseeds against him. Just all his cards are kind of the same. Thoughtseed was okay that game. I do like the information. Maybe I want a couple. I mean, there's nothing else to do on turn 1. So, I mean, I do like being able to do something on turn 1. His creatures are relevant. I just like Thoughtseize versus Duress is weird here. Because, I mean, sometimes he's tempoing me out. That game, obviously, paying 2 life stung a little by the end. But maybe 2 Thoughtseize. I don't want a bunch of them. I would like to do 1 on turn 1, just because there's nothing else to do. This might be too much removal, but if I kill all his creatures, he can't win. Let's try it this way. It's possible that, like, 2 demons and a 3rd Thoughtseize might be better. 2 connections. I drew both my Underworld connections. I mean, I have 4 lands, Devour Flesh connections, though. I mean, I think it's a keeper. I feel like I'm going to see games like that where connections just pulls me ahead. I mean, obviously I don't want 4 in my deck. I went down to 2. I don't think I should be below 2. Because I have to have the ability to sort of run things in the late game if I get there. I think. I mean, I think I want the ability to just keep drawing removal spells. Trading cards with it. Alright, he failed to flip Delver. That's good news. Spell? More spells. Meh. Celestial Purge. I mean, I might get this mana leaked, but let's find out. I'm not going to not do anything this turn. Yeah. I would have mana leaked it on my main phase. If I'd done it then, just like, yeah, turn 1, 3-power flyer, then leave up mana leak. Turns out that's a pretty good strategy in a lot of formats. Oh, this turn is so awful. I'm drawn with Swamp. I kept 4 lands, 3 spell. One of which was mediocre, but I'm pretty sure that was better than a mulligan. Just Swamp were not the draw phases I wanted. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, you're going to spend your turn killing my connection when I have a backup? That's fine. I mean, I guess I probably did look like I cared about it. But with me tapping out for it on turn 3 and all. I drew a 4th swamp. Hilarious. The next turn I can pack rat with the mana to activate it. So I even beat Gut Shot shenanigans. Delver's going to kill me faster than I kill him with the rat, though. Down to 9. Restoration Angel mana. He's got Snapcaster Mana Leak mana. Wow. Interesting. I could Devour Flesh. I could Pack Rat and see if he has Snappy for Mana Leak. No, I can resolve a 2-mana spell through that. I mean, Pack Rat and activate it seems so good here. But I think I'd go for that. Wait for Snag. something. He's just sitting with 4 mana there. All he had was a mana leak? Guess all he had was a mana leak. Interesting. Well, I'm not gonna Devour Flesh in the mana leak mana. I'm gonna take 3 down to 6, make a rat, untap, and then start thinking about Devour Flesh. Pretty good. Bounces the 1 rat, which shrinks the other 1/1 toughness. That wasn't any other way. I'm gonna wait to have Mutavault activation in addition. Just do nothing that turn. I don't regret my line. Didn't work, obviously, but I still think it was right. And I do get to kill the stupid Delver. I would rather kill it with a Doom Blade, right? Yes, I would rather kill it with a Doom Blade. I was afraid of that. It was the one reason I could the only card I could draw that would punish me for leaving Mutavault untapped. And of course I drew it. Hilarious. I mean, I could have tapped the Mutavault for the colorless on the Doom Blade. Funny. I got pretty good value out of that Underworld Connections. I'm going to continue to have 2 of them in my deck, I'm pretty sure. He's down to 1 card. There's Geist, but I can Devour Flesh with the ability to pay for mana leak. Yo, Snapcaster is annoying. Vapor Snag's annoying too. What are you gonna do? These things happen. Being at 4. The one time it matters is that means I can't take 1 hit from the Angel off the Geister thing trapped. It's a 1 card. Ugh. And it's Geist. So I have to like block the ground creature and chump the Angel. Oh. No, that's how I survive. I have 7 lands. So I can play Grey Merchant and have up the ability for Mutavault. Well, Grey Merchant can block Geist. What's Grey Merchant for? 6, 7. The mana leak that he could hypothetically have counters Grey Merchant. Nightveil Spectre might get a land. Yeah, I think I Nightveil Spectre hope to hit a land. And then hope to Grey Merchant with mana leak. Like, he's been playing down to his last card. Like, in fact, was he all in on the Geist, or did he have one there? Yeah, I think I Nightveil, hope to hit a land, and then I'm just gonna have to Grey Merchant. If he has mana leak for Grey Merchant and I miss on land, like, the other thing I can do, I can play a Nightveil Spectre, planning to chump the token and Mutavault trade with Geist. That play doesn't lose to mana leak. Does it lose to... It does lose to Vapor Snag. I feel like he's more likely to have a Vapor Snag. Right? I don't know, it's 2 Vapor Snags in the graveyard. 1 mana leak in the graveyard. But Snapcaster Mage, which we've seen 0 copies of, although we know he didn't have one a couple of turns ago. If he top decks Snapcaster Mage into Vapor Snag, I don't really want to lose to Snapcaster Vapor Snag. Which my Night Veil Spectre play would, unless I left both Night Veil Spectres back, which seems terrible. Alright, I'm going for this Great Merchant. Land, please. I do not control planes or an island. Stupid deck. Mana leak. He doesn't have it. Ah! I think we win now. Sweet. Wow, is Black Devotion going to make the playoffs? This Delver deck is so good. I guess the Devotion deck can play too. Just felt like standard decks haven't been broken lately. I mean, it's obviously a good deck, but I didn't have it in the category of broken decks. Obviously, Spectre wants to attack. Do I just bring lots of things? I have this Demon to follow up with. He might have a... What's the worst thing? He has a Snapcaster for Vapor Snag. He can trade with my Mutavault. It's not even that bad, though. Yeah, I just want to get him dead. I mean, this obliges him to do something. He probably has a thing. If he doesn't have a relevant card in hand, though, then yeah, Geist has to block, which is a #1 spectacular. Demon or Spectre? Doesn't really matter. I mean, he's a 2, so I guess Spectre is actually better. GG? Cantrip. Wow. Unbelievable.
Good game.
Wow. I am surprised, but Devotion! How about the Mono Black Devotion deck through to the playoffs? 2005 standard coming to fight. Or is it 2004? 2004 standard coming to fight.
Oh, it hurts. It hurts. So much pain.
You wanted the Delver deck. You said, oh, the audience is going to vote you into the losing side. The audience knew.
I said all of those words so that you could brag and do a little dance when you won. However, oh, that hurts. I don't like seeing Delver miss the playoffs. That's just painful.
I think this was a tough group. I think this may have been the toughest group in retrospect. The Bargain deck was great. The Stasis deck was cool. The Delver deck was great. The Devotion deck is apparently good enough to 2-1 its way into the playoffs. I think this may have been the toughest group.
You couldn't have let me sneak one more point through. One more point. The second game. Like I'm holding a gut shot.
Hilarious.
And you're down to 3. And I've got like Vapor Snag. Ugh. Like I was hoping you would. Unimportant. Good game, sir.
I
Good
should have gone
games.
that low anyway. I'm pretty sure I misplayed around the mutagenic growth. Like I saw that you had mutagenic growth in your hand, and I wound up letting you kill a Mutavault with it, and like I was gonna have to trade a card for it, but if I trade a removal spell for it, I'm just up a land for the rest of the game. So like if I played my creature before combat, trying to leave my mana untapped to pay for permission before attacking, but it was only 2 mana, so I didn't actually accomplish anything that way. I should have just attacked first, and then I could have used Hero's Downfall, gotten a Spirit Token and a Mutagenic Growth for my Hero's Downfall instead of just trading Mutavault for Mutagenic. Anyway, I don't think I should have been that low anyway, so I was glad I won that game.
All right, good. Sad, but good.
I mean, it was close because I wound up trading a card for the growth either way, but I think I could have gotten a Spirit Token in for my trouble.
I don't think you would 2-for-1 me. Like I wouldn't have done that play if you had mana.
Yeah, fair enough. The game plays differently, but like I gave you the perfect mutagenic growth moment, and
You did. I was like, okay, you know I have this card. I guess you really hate it.
I mean, I kind of like when I saw it, I was like, okay, I'm going to trade a card for that at some point, but I could have traded better.
Sure.
Anyway, that will do it for this week.
Good games. Like, we're off to the semis now.
We're quarters, right? It's top 8.
Quarters. Well, sure.
There are 8.